Try it yourself first. A particle P moves on the x-axis from the origin with an initial speed. आवाज ठीक आ रही है, guys?
Yes.
All right, एक second, I'll just... Okay. What about now? अगर मैं आवाज अब की आवाज को compare करें with the previous sound, are we okay with this new sound?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so I'll just keep it like this. A particle P moves on the x-axis from the origin O with an initial velocity of -20. That means that when time is 0, the speed that we have or the velocity that we have is -20. Don't worry about the symbol V being used here. QK, we're talking about variable acceleration. So VU or V or U ka koi concept nahi hai. The acceleration is given. So, you know, SVA, in order to go from acceleration to velocity, you integrate. So velocity, I hope आप यही कर रहे हो, साथ साथ कर लो. It will be beneficial for everybody. 12t minus 2t square over 2 plus c is the constant of acceleration. Now, when time was 0, velocity condition given was velocity is -20. So आपने 0 time पे velocity जो है वो -20 रखी. This is velocity, sorry. So हमारे पास c की value therefore -20 आई, और जो velocity की equation है that is now an equation which is quadratic, जिसको आप बेहतर तरीके से अगर लिखो तो you will write it as -t square plus 12t minus 20. Since you are supposed to sketch it from 0 to 12 and they have given you an empty space at the bottom of the page, that is where you sketch. So whatever homework that you need to do, you can do it on the front page. Make an axis, make sure that you realize that this is a quadratic curve, which is a maximum shape. Now, when time is 0, we know it's -20. मेरे ख्याल में मारुख, we did this in the exam. तुम लोगों का जो exam में भी भेजा था, but not everybody had the same exam, which is why there are people from other schools as well, so they didn't get this on the exam. So -20 पे आपका curve शुरू हो रहा है because that's the y-intercept. Velocity, you should be writing meter per second. Time, you should be writing as seconds. Velocity को 0 put करके ताकि आप जो है indicating the times when P is at rest. So आप velocity को 0 put करके resting times भी निकाल सकते हो. 10 times 2, which is 10t plus 2t minus 20. Negative t common, t minus 10 plus 2 common, t minus 10, t minus 10 common minus t plus 2 equal to 0. एक टाइम की वैल्यू 10 आ गई और एक टाइम की वैल्यू आपके पास +2 आ गई. So you know that after 2 seconds and after 10 seconds, this object will cut the axis, the time axis. ठीक है, तो 2 and 10. All right, so इसको मार्क कर लो 10 और इसको मार्क कर लो 2. You should know कि अगर 0 से start हो रहा है तो at 12 it should be back at the same level because it's a symmetric graph. In order to 2 or 10 का midpoint निकालो तो that's 6. 2 plus 10 divided by 2. 6 की वैल्यू आप वेलोसिटी के एक्सप्रेशन में प्लग इन कर सकते हो ताकि आपके पास वेलोसिटी पता चल जाए कि 6 सेकेंड्स पे कितनी है. So this, whatever this amounts to, वो आप इधर लिख दोगे, and that way you get the 5 marks in general. All right, then comes the next part. Find the total distance traveled by P in the interval 0 to 12. So distance is broken in 3 different types. The one below the x-axis I've shaded as green. The one above the x-axis, I'm trying to shade it. Yeah, this is purple. So hum, because they said total distance, it's not displacement. Agar displacement hoti, then you would have just simply done 12 and O, and you would have had the velocity equation in the middle. That would have given you displacement. This is negative displacement, positive displacement, negative displacement. So by putting 12 and O, you would have gotten the overall displacement. But instead of doing this, we should be integrating 2 se leke origin tak separately. And this is a symmetric graph. Whatever area you get here is going to be the same area that you get from 12 to 10. However, you can still do it alag se. So 2 se leke 0 tak. These aren't triangles. These are, because it's a curve, Wahaj, it's not a triangle. It's a curve below the x-axis. Yeah, I know what you mean. This is Wahaj, it means कि एक object है, velocity उसकी Wahaj negative है. Velocity negative means कि अगर वो यहाँ पे origin पे है, so it's going in the opposite direction. And then Wahaj, when it at 2 seconds, when time is 2 seconds, it stops. And then velocity becomes positive. That means Wahaj, it moves back in the, because it changes direction. Velocity positive हो गया तो rightwards पे move करना लग जाता है object. फिर एक अपनी maximum speed पे attain करता है, and then it starts to slow down till at time 10 seconds this object comes to a stop. And after it comes to a stop, it turns again because velocity negative हो रही है. Area underneath velocity time graph, Wahaj, is distance traveled, which is why हम कह रहे हैं कि in order to get total distance, we should be focusing on the area. और area जो होता है, Wahaj, you missed this earlier, वो integration से निकलता है. Integration का ये symbol है. SVA is the relationship between displacement, velocity and acceleration. अगर वेलोसिटी को इंटीग्रेट करते हैं तो हमें डिस्प्लेसमेंट मिलता है. ये अब तुमने याद करनी है. एक्सेलरेशन को इंटीग्रेट करते हैं, वेलोसिटी मिलता है. डिस्प्लेसमेंट को डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे, ठीक है. दिस इज व्हाट यू गॉट टू रिमेंबर. ओके वहाज, राइट वर्ड जाओगे डिफरेंशिएट करोगे, लेफ्ट वर्ड जाओगे तो इंटीग्रेट करोगे. आई होप इट मेक्स सेंस टू यू. सो हम इंटीग्रेट करें वेलोसिटी के एक्सप्रेशन को वहाज, -t² + 12t -20 dt. लिमिट है 2 से 0 अलग, फिर है 10 से 2 अलग, और ये जो 2 से 0 का आंसर आएगा वो नेगेटिव आएगा. यू योरसेल्फ आर responsible for turning that negative answer into positive, because distance की बात हो रही है in the second part. ठीक है, 0 से 12 total distance चाहिए था. 10 से 2 का distance, और just to be formulaically correct, 12 से 10 का distance भी हम निकाल रहे हैं. And it is below the x-axis, तो integration से जो आंसर आएगा, it comes out as negative. तो इस वजह से हम उसका मॉड्यूलस ले लेते हैं या absolute value ले लेते हैं, and we turn that to positive as well. All right. Everybody got this? So ये एक question था. Ji Malaika, what's your question? Go ahead. Yes, distance निकालना है तो हमने इन सारी values को add कर देंगे. Distance is not the same as displacement. Distance में हमने इन सब values को add करना है मलाइका. 3 values हैं. Okay. Chalo, I hope that made sense. Then we have this question number 7. It has how many parts? 3 parts. 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus, or more parts. 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 mark question, last question of the one of the latest papers. Okay, so let's try and get this started. Everybody, थोड़ा सा खुद start करें. I'll just record को pause कर calculator सही इस्तेमाल करो आप. तुम्हारा calculator अक्सर कुछ गड़बड़ कर जाता है. ठीक है? Please make sure calculator ठीक हो. सही तरीके से इस्तेमाल हो. It is given that there is no change in velocity of P at time 4. Means that the velocity is the same. And that the velocity of P at time 16 is 0.3. Show that K is 2.6. बाद में वो कहता है and find the expression in terms of T for velocity second वाली equation के लिए velocity की integration निकालो. मतलब K 2.6 बताना पहले जरूरी है. Well, this no change in velocity means that what does it mean? If there is no change in velocity, does that mean that the acceleration is of the same value at time 4? Maruf, what do you think? Can we like try this on the side? We can try this. There's not a there are other pathways as well, but let's try this as well here. So I have equated both accelerations with each other. So minus 3 by 2 idhar aaya, ऊपर जाके add हुआ 4 by 2 to 4, 16. 0.3 times 16 equals minus K. Minus K, yeah. So no, doesn't work that way. So we cannot assume that both accelerations are the same. So instead we will go with the easy clean cut. The easy clean solution is to stick with what they have given. We'll go with the integration of minus K T to the power minus 3 over 2 dt. We'll integrate, we will get velocity ka expression. When we add minus 3 by 2 mein 1, we get minus 1 by 2. Divide by minus 1 by 2 means multiplied by negative 2, which will make this positive 2. So I'll just put a divided by the new power, negative 1 over 2 plus C. So we've gone safe. We tried something which did not work. We tried it because it would have just reduced our working, but that was a gray area. So when time is 4, velocity is 1.6. That's one information. And the other information is when time is 16, velocity is 0.3. This should give us two equations of which should help us get the value, two simultaneous equations. That's the first equation. And you can further reduce this. It will become 1.6 is equal to, you can even use the calculator, 4 की power negative half is 1/2, और ये k plus c एक equation आ जाती है, that's equation number 1. And then you can plug in the other set of values, which is velocity 0.3 and time is 16. 1/4 banta hai, which becomes k/2. So 0.3 is equal to k/2, if I'm not mistaken. Can somebody just correct me if I have made a mistake here? So it is k/2. So these are the two equations that you have. Acha, jagah bahut thi, main aisi cram kar raha tha jagah mein. So you solve these two simultaneously and you get the value of k and you get the value of c. Imran, you're saying the
sir,
G.
no change in velocity का मतलब acceleration is equal to 0 नहीं है?
Well, आप कह तो सही रहे हो, no change in velocity का मतलब ये है at that instant no change in velocity happens. अगर मैं acceleration को in that case 0 कर दूं, 0 is equal to negative k और t की जगह मैं 4 प्लग इन करूं -3/2, आपने नोट किया कि मुझे कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहा. k is lost cause. उसमें तो ऐसे सजेस्ट हो रहा है कि k 0 है, जो कि नहीं है बात. तो ये जो नो चेंज इन वेलोसिटी एट टाइम 4 है ना, इससे ये सजेस्ट हो रहा है कि 4 के ऊपर दोनों इक्वेशंस से जो वेलोसिटी मिल रही है वो सेम है. दिस इज व्हाट इट इज सजेस्टिंग. इसको सॉल्व करते हैं, देखते हैं कि क्या बना. C को सब्जेक्ट बनाया हमने, C की जगह हमारे पास आया 1.6 is minus k is equal to 0.3 minus k/2. So k इधर गया, that becomes k/2, 0.3 उधर आया, 1.3 डबल हुआ, k की वैल्यू 2.6 आ गई. So that's what you get as the value of k. Then comes, given that P comes to instantaneous rest when T is capital T, find the exact value of T. Well, जब तक हमारे पास C नहीं आएगा, तब तक हमारे पास velocity की equation confirm नहीं होगी. तो C निकालने के लिए हमने K की जगह plug in कर दिया 2.6 और हमारे पास C की वैल्यू -1 आ गई. Now our velocity equation is 2k t minus 1/2. k की जगह हमने 2.6 डाला तो that's 5.2, 2k है, और c की जगह हमने -1 डाला. This is what we have. Instantaneous rest when time is capital T. इसकी जगह आपने capital T plug in किया and then you are solving. -1 उधर गया, ये +1 हुआ, 5.2 t की पावर -12, t की पावर ½ और आपके पास क्या आया हमजा, 1/5.2, और t क्योंकि उसने एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू बोली है ना, हम थोड़ा सा फंस गए हैं, हमें देना पड़ेगा एग्जैक्ट. 5/26 का स्क्वायर, I think, if I've not made a mistake. ठीक है? So please make sure that you check this out. Case में अगर कोई मसला हुआ है तो you can identify it. 5/26 का square is what I am getting at the moment, which is a very awkward number, but बस यही है मेरे पास. ठीक है? You could have used the calculator and stuff. ज़्यादा लंबी कहानी मैंने कर दी है. Find the total distance traveled between 0 and t. Well, there are, and this is for 4 marks. तो total distance traveled आपके पास 2 parts में divided है. First part is वहाज when पहले 4 seconds में ये जो distance travel कर रहा है, distance जो है वो ये इधर लाई कर रहा है s. आपके पास v की इक्वेशन आपने निकाल ली थी. अगर वहाज हम इंटीग्रेट करें पहले 4 seconds 4 से लेके 0 और अपनी वेलोसिटी की एक्सप्रेशन को, तो दैट्स 0.2 t की पावर 3/2 dt. इसको हम इंटीग्रेट करें. We're going to increase the power 0.2 t की पावर 5/2 and we will divide by the new power and apply limits 4 and 0. एक ये आ जाएगा direct, and then we will also integrate the other expression ये वाला. Basically ये last question of the exam है and it is not a very tricky part. Part 4 is not tricky at all. बस सिर्फ ट्रिक ये है कि इसमें जो awkward सा लिमिट है वो डालना है और लोअर लिमिट जो है आपका वो 4 होगा. Why 4? Because पहले 4 सेकंड के बाद है. And you just add these two areas together to get the final answer. This was winter, October, November 22. What I'll do is I'll show you the marking scheme ताकि हम quickly match कर लें our proposed solution with the Cambridge solution. All right, here we go. I think it was 6. Yeah. Was it this? No, it wasn't this. 7. Yeah, this is the question. पहले पार्ट में इंटीग्रेशन थी और c निकाला, हमारा 0 आया था और फिर हमने प्लग इन किया था, वेलोसिटी आई थी. Let's open our solution and compare it. हमने वेलोसिटी 1.6 निकाली थी, हमने भी निकाली थी. सेकंड में हमने k 2.6 निकाला. Let's see what they found. And they found इधर है उनकी k की वैल्यू 2.6 as well. Then हमने अगले पार्ट के लिए c भी निकाला था और 676/25. 676/25. ओ उल्टा है. उल्टा क्यों है? So this is what we had. यहाँ पे -1 उधर गया था, +1 हो गया था, 5.2 डिवाइड किया, t की पावर -½ so t की पावर +½ became 5.2/1. ठीक है, मेरे दिमाग में किया था तो ये गलती हो गई. Just do it on the calculator thingy so that you don't make a mistake like I did. So ये t की value 26/5 and write it down. So nothing on the दिमाग में नहीं करने का फायदा. They were prone to make mistakes. Alright, फिर उसके बाद जब हमने टाइम निकाल लिया और फिर इंटीग्रेट किया 4 से 0 तक पहली इक्वेशन को, उसकी डिस्प्लेसमेंट और सेकेंड वाली इक्वेशन को, जो भी नई टाइम वैल्यू आई है, एंड सेम आंसर्स एंड एवरीथिंग इज द सेम. अच्छा जी, सो दिस वाज क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम पेपर 4-3 I believe. 4-2 था, 4-3 था. Lilia, are you still there?
Yeah, it was 4-2.
4-2. ठीक है. So we're on to, I hope ये समझ भी आया and stuff. Yeah. Okay, so this question is a hybrid question and it involves momentum and variable acceleration. It's question number 5. First part is 6 marks. The second part is 2 marks. Maybe it's momentum, maybe it's not. Collide hai doesn't mean ke har collision mein momentum ho. Particle X and Y move in a straight line through points A and B. Particle X starts from rest at A. The good thing is it's a straight line. तो एक पार्टिकल रेस्ट से स्टार्ट हो रहा है और moves towards particle B at the same instant. तो यहाँ पे X है और that's why they're moving in a straight line. And Y starts from rest at B. It doesn't tell us where Y is moving. At time t seconds after the particles start to move, the acceleration of X is in the direction AB, and it's given. Acceleration of Y in the direction AB is given. So both accelerations are given. So Wahaj, this is SVA. Because how do you know SVA and nothing else? Not the V equals U plus AT and S equals UT plus half AT square and V square equals U square plus 2AS. वो इसलिए नहीं है क्योंकि जो expression दिया है उसमें T की terms में दिया है Wahaj. That is a big indicator कि आपने और कोई काम नहीं करना. It is given that the velocities of X and Y are equal when they collide. Collision would take place when they hit each other, right? So we don't know. They both are starting from rest. That's a key information. अगर ये आप lift नहीं कराते हो इस बात को, then we're lost. It's a lost cause. So velocity of X 12t plus 12 acceleration को integrate करके आया. I'll be very quick क्योंकि time short है. Clock is giving me 6 minutes, so काफी है. So I plug in time as 0 and I put velocity as 0 and I get c as 0. ठीक है? You थोड़ा सा आप show कर दो. So velocity of X comes out as 6t squared plus 12t. ठीक है? Watch, you increase the power, divide by new power. Velocity of Y, I hope आपको समझ आ रहा है सब कुछ. मलाइका इधर ही है, मलाइका को भी I hope आ रहा है. Integrate किया हमने 24t square over 2 minus 8t plus c. Again आपने time की value 0 और velocity 0 डाला. c 0 आ गया and your velocity for y is 12t square minus 8t. They say that when they collide, both their velocities are equal. So आपने दोनों की velocity की equation को equate कर दिया. 6 goes there, becomes 6t square minus 20t is equal to 0. You take 2t common. So that's 3t minus 10 equals 0. Time comes out as 0 and time comes out as 10 upon 3. Obviously 0 is not, 0 was the place where their velocities were the same. But time 10 by 3 is a crucial value. जब 10 over 3 है तब दोनों की velocity equal है. कहता है find the distance AB. There's a catch. 6 marks ऐवे ही नहीं है. आप को जी velocity को integrate कर देंगे 10 by 3 दोनों का और हमारे पास yeah, okay, कर देते हैं बल्कि. So if we integrate velocity of X 10 by 3 से 0 and add velocity of Y की integration 10 by 3 से 0, that should amount to the distance XY. If you do not agree, क्योंकि जो पहली मेरी सोच थी वो ये थी कि let's do it in a simpler way rather than the shortcut. उस simple way में I just was going to offer a solution. Velocity of A is going to go in this direction alone. B इधर जाके फिर मुड़ा है, जहां पे ये कोलाइड किए ना उस पे दोनों की वेलोसिटी सेम बोल रहा है. लाइक मुड़ा है नहीं मुड़ा, how would we know कि it turns? How do we know कि y turns? Well, we can find out. वैसे जरूरत नहीं है, फायदा कोई नहीं है, this is all extra work. वेलोसिटी को 0 करके 4t कॉमन लेके 3t minus 2 is equal to 0, t की वैल्यू 2/3 आ गई. 2/3 seconds के बाद it had come to a stop and then it had turned. 10/3 पे फिर दोनों की वेलोसिटी सेम हुई और पिछले वाले ने अगले को हिट किया. So it is interesting. The reason why velocity of x 10/3 is 0 because it's only going to go in one direction. ये जो दूसरा वाला था ना, क्योंकि how do I know कि it's only going to go in one direction? How do I know? Can anybody tell me? How do I know? It's going in one direction. I didn't check, did I? मैंने कोई इतनी चेकिंग नहीं की. Anyways, आप टाइम की वैल्यू 10/3 प्लग इन करते हो जब Vx में, तो पॉजिटिव वेलोसिटी आती है तो वो राइटवर्ड पॉजिटिव है. Vy में डालते हो वो पॉजिटिव आती है, वो राइटवर्ड पॉजिटिव है, बट शुरू में इट वाज मूविंग टुवर्ड्स A. तो दैट वाज एन इशू. दैट इज व्हाई ये 10/3 आप इंटीग्रेट कर दो सीधा सीधा, तो लाइफ विल बी इजी. बेशक ये आगे जाके वापस मुड़ा है, अगर वो यहां तक पहुंचा है लेट्स से, तो उसकी ये डिस्प्लेसमेंट मिल जाएगी आपको इंटीग्रेशन से. और दूसरा अगर आगे आके हिट किया है तो उसकी ये डिस्प्लेसमेंट मिल जाएगी. तो जहां पे भी ये आके आपस में कोलाइड कर रहे हैं, दोनों की डिस्प्लेसमेंट्स को अगर ऐड किया जाए तो डिस्टेंस मिल जाएगा. मेक सेंस? लेस देन अ मिनट हो गया. we're on to the last zone, so I'll just stop here.